guys, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me today for a cash stuffing video, which I haven't filmed a cash stuff for probably a couple of months at this point. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, whatever you are doing. So today I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 130 to cash stuff. I'm going to be stuffing my 12-month savings challenge because I am behind on that. I actually hadn't stuffed anything for May and we are now into, what, the third week? So I do need to catch up on that. And most of the stuff is going to be for the weekly spending. But before we start that, I quickly want to do... There is May with nothing on. But we'll catch up, we'll get there. So if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I have been working on a 1 month ahead challenge. If I can get it out of the wallet. And I have not been cash stuffing for this one. This just goes straight into, from my current account into my savings account. So I worked out to get 1 month ahead for all of my bills that I needed £1,742. So that's for kind of all of the bills, food, subscriptions and stuff. So just like what an average month would cost. Just to make me feel a little bit more secure financially. So this tracker has 50 bubbles. And each bubble is worth £35. I already have 4 put in my savings, which is what, £140 put aside. And then today, as soon as I've finished filming this, I will put in another 35 into that account. So we're getting there. I don't have like a time frame for this. It's just to get there kind of as quickly as possible, really, but I'm not stressing myself out trying to do it. But yeah, 10% of the way there, so we're making moves on that one. So let me put that to the side. So let's do May then. Oh, I need to put the tracker back in there actually. So I don't know whether to put that in actually. Actually, I'm going to leave that to the side for now because I had a whole stack of these plastic wallets to put the trackers in and I don't know where I've put them. So I am going to need somewhere to put May. So for May then, as you can see, I'm behind. I'm not going to be catching up fully. What I'm going to do is put the first 2 weeks in today and then next week, so at the end of May really, I'm going to put the other 2 and then we'll be all caught up and good to go. So let me just quickly colour these in. But I do like doing these little savings challenges. I think it makes things a lot more fun. And just for me anyway, it just helps me to keep on track of things. If they're a little bit more aesthetic. So let's put these into the wallet and pop the tracker in. So let's put that to the side and then let's bring over my weekly wallets. Now these have already been emptied. I think I had like £3.40 something left over from last week, so that's just going to go into my penny jar. So for groceries then, I am going to put in, what should I put in? I'm going to do £30 for groceries. I have a lot of dinners in already, but I do need to top up some stuff. Apologies for the camera wobbling. It doesn't want to stay in place today. So yeah, so I've already got a lot of stuff, but I do need to go and get some coffee and milk and stuff. I want to try and get a couple of things for next week as well. So next week is half term for us, and my kids are with their dad. Well, they should be. If you've ever watched any of my videos before, you may have noticed that every time I say, oh, my kids are with their dad, I always have to end it with, well, they should be. Which should be an indication for you of my experience and expectations with that. So if they are there for the full week, then obviously I won't need as much food in for just me. So I do need to do a meal plan for next week as well, because what can happen is I'm like, oh, it's just me, so I won't bother kind of planning things out, and then I end up getting far too many takeaways, which I really, really do not want to do next week. I really want to plan things out and yeah, just plan out things that I can cook once and then kind of split it over a few days, just because I find cooking for myself really quite boring. So I don't know how that's going to work when the kids move out, but that seems like a problem for future me. So personal then, I am going to give myself £40 for personal, because I desperately need new clothes. It happens every time we get some warm weather that I realise that I've got nothing to wear. So I do need to go, just like basic stuff, you know, like some t-shirts and shorts maybe, or a skirt. Yeah, so that's what that is going to be for. And this is really what I use personal for. It's kind of stuff that I need that I don't really justify in any other categories of my spending. Which again, I need to work on that, because I deserve nice things too. For transportation at the back here, I am not going to put anything in. I don't need to put anything in for that. And like I say, for next week, the kids are off, so I won't need anything in that category then either, which is nice. And so I'm going to put the last £20 then into miscellaneous. Is this one open, or is... half opened. For anything that might pop up in the next week, which I always say, oh, I'm not anticipating anything, and then something always does. It's inevitable, isn't it? So that is everything set up for the week then. Groceries, personal, miscellaneous, transportation. We did May, and we did the 1 month ahead challenge. Nothing going into the summer holiday fund this week. And I think they are all the big categories that I have been cash stuffing for. So, well, this was a nice short and sweet video. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate if you subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up, drop me a comment, let me know how your cash stuffing journey is going. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.